What's going on?
We here.
Yes, we are here.
You have
Welcome.
internet.
My internet's good now, huh?
Fucking amazing. It's like
hardline and new computer.
Yep.
Everything's smoking fast here. I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, it's awesome. And we can see the detail. Of course. Okay, so we're not streaming to that one Facebook group again.
Oh, that's all right. Well, we'll deal with it.
Yep, fuck them.
Yep, no big deal. We'll just have to deal with our ban until we can be back. I think I'm on 7-day ban.
Mine was supposed to be free today, but when I logged in after the 2-hour mark, it said that I'm not able to post until the 26th. So,
wow,
whatever.
That's too bad. That's okay. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. We'll still try and stream on YouTube and all the other avenues that we can, especially podcasts too. I'm starting to upload all our episodes on podcast.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a huge difference, right? I think everybody's starting to realize that we cannot depend on Facebook for the future. So
I'm actually kind of happy that I got banned because I'm on Facebook a lot less.
Yeah. Chris, I have had probably close to 13 accounts permanently banned. This is nothing new. I know the shock right now for a lot of people is, oh my gosh, what's Facebook doing? But this is literally almost a decade that I've been dealing with this for guns. So no big deal.
Yeah, man. I mean, Chris is here. I just got an email from ADM for the
yes, me too.
They're like, we don't have your FFL. I'm like,
yep.
I sent it last Thursday, man. Go check your shit.
That's what they told me, and I just resent it to the email they provided. I was like, whatever. I did it. I mean,
I resent it too.
They sold like 32 sets. They must have got confused.
Yeah. Oh, Todd. Yeah, Todd got the sticker.
Oh shit.
The desktop sticker. Yeah. I didn't know we lost Apex Armor. Rooftop Defense, I knew about that. D. Wilson, I knew about that.
Yeah,
man,
this is nothing new. This is
it's just a mass banning of all the gun affiliated, Second Amendment affiliated services or retailers, right? It's terrible.
Yeah, and it's I hate to be the kind of laid back person about it, but this is nothing new. It's not like they didn't warn us. It's
right.
We've been beat. It's like cheating the IRS for 3 years and then going, oh my God, why am I getting audited? I mean, it's not, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it should happen.
Sure.
I'm just saying it's not fucking, it doesn't surprise me
at
all. So the guys that are freaking out, whatever.
I mean, we have alts for a reason, right? Because we've dealt with this before.
Yeah, I've had literally made alternate accounts one night where I was holding a sign that said not Kyle Hermes, and they were banning them back to back. Like that was 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Like, this is not new. It's only new to these guys that don't really feel the pain from years ago. Now it's all of a sudden an issue, but whatever.
Right. Man, everyone seems to be getting the stickers, huh? I sent them all out on Tuesday, so they've been getting them.
I got yours. I got the ones you sent me. So we'll send some more out tonight.
Man, I got one of the shirts in today too. Boom. Your wife did a great job, man. These are
dude.
Great.
After you wash it, it's phenomenal. I had to wash. I can't wear shirts that aren't washed. I cannot do it. Once you wash it, it's like it's good.
Wait. So your wife gave me 2. I'm willing to let go of one to lucky viewer tonight.
You won't get banned, V. It's everybody got signed out all of a sudden for some reason. So yeah, it's logged everybody out. So here's what I've seen in the past with Facebook. When there's a mass log out, and I don't know if this is factual, guys. This is not my domain, but I will say when everybody is logged out, it's usually an update of some sort, which means the algorithm is probably getting better. So
true.
So you have 2 shirts, huh?
Yeah. So your wife sent me 2, an extra large and a large. I usually wear extra large, but these are
No,
these are a little bit bigger, right?
no, wash it. It's true to size. Once you like wash it on cold, dry it on kind of medium low heat. It's true to size. This is an XL. So I mean,
Okay.
it fits.
Well, then
fits.
I'm gonna have to keep an XL. I'm gonna give out a large. Who fits a large?
Who wears a large?
Who wears a large shirt? And then maybe I'll give that out to you.
We're gonna pretend like we don't see this. We don't give a fuck, Grandy. So you don't even count. Poor Grandy. You'll never bounce back from that, buddy.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and let the comments update.
Yeah.
Well,
or maybe you know what I'm gonna do? Or I'm gonna keep the shirt and cut the belly portion off and make it a belly shirt for myself.
No, we'll send you one of those. Let's send the large to somebody that is an XL.
Oh, send it to someone that's an XL.
Barry seems to be. I mean, look at Barry. That seems to be the perfect candidate.
Barry, and
it's like a schmedium.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I want to see. I want to see all the imprints of your body through that shirt, man.
Yeah, but you have to come on the podcast with nips, otherwise it's not cool. Oh, dude, you can these aren't just cotton. These are like a poly blend. These aren't cheap cotton shirts, so they're not going to shrink that much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure out someone. I don't know who yet, but we'll figure out someone.
King's a 2X.
King's a big dude. I didn't know King was that big.
Neither did I. Had no idea.
That's all right.
This is perfect. This is exactly what we want to see. I think Barry gets this one. We'll send you more. We'll make more to send you to give away because the dad gut for me, it's a no-brainer.
All right, I'll write that down. Barry
Palmer. Yeah.
Barry, didn't I send you some stickers?
Pics.
Oh, that too. If I did, I think I have your address still. All right.
6'3", 240. Holy shit, dude. I had no idea you were that big.
Dude, you're a giant, man.
Yeah, like we got to get him on, but I need him to come to Texas or go to you because we have to have him in person to sit like right next to me. It'd be like,
yeah, I'm almost 5'11", so yeah, he'll be towering over me.
That's a big bitch.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
It's probably why he's so nice because he's 6'3", 240.
Yeah, man.
All right, so today has been somehow interesting. I mean, so far, Biden has passed, 17 executive orders, and he's only been in office, 2 days?
Yeah, I'm actually not caught up on that. I haven't been watching.
I haven't seen the details. I know he recently passed we talked about it last night, the Keystone deal. Today he passed no new drilling permits.
Oh, that's not good.
So no new drilling rigs. Now, the one thing we have in our favor is sure we cannot we can't apply for new drilling locations, but there are, I don't know the number, hundreds of thousands of wells that were cemented shut back when the last downturn happened.
Sure.
So that's not a new drilling permit. We could just go tap back through those, but all he's doing is just watch yourselves, guys. It's going to go up.
So how does that work? You cemented that hole up. You can still go through pretty easily?
Yeah. So picture just the normal ground, right?
Yeah.
A drilling rig comes in, they drill down with a huge bit, right?
Right.
Then they run casing. They run casing down, which just encompasses the hole.
Okay.
And then they run drill pipe down that. So it's a hole within a hole.
So you put pipe within the casing?
Yes. Casing is the outside, right?
Okay.
Casing is, say, just for argument's sake, 8-inch.
Yeah.
Right? And then the drill pipe's 2-inch, right? So you can flood water and all the trash around the outside while only bringing in the stuff you want through the stem.
Huh.
What they do is when oil drops, they'll cut that off and they'll just cement it shut.
Mm.
And they don't
so the casing and the pipes are still in there. They just cut it off through the top.
Yes, and they don't cement the whole well.
Hole.
No. They'll just have to drill through a couple hundred feet, and then boom, you're fired back up and ready to go. So that's what most places do when things slow down. They don't want to completely trash the well. They just cement, and then they let it sit, and then they go back and send a workover rig, which comes in. They drill back down, they reach casing, they tie it all in together, and then boom, we're producing again. So
that's pretty cool, man.
It can happen.
I did not know that.
But it's still
learning something new.
The last few weeks, this is why I think that people know more than what they say, because the last few weeks there has been a huge influx in new well permits. Like everybody and their brother has been turning in well permits, which means they knew this was coming somehow. Right.
So how did they know that this was happening, or do they do that with every, I guess, Democrat president?
No. Let me ask you this. Do you really think that the trillions of dollars that oil and gas pushes into the U.S. economy, that the big dogs of these companies don't know?
That's true.
I mean, no matter your stance, oil and gas is like, it's what America was founded on.
Right. I mean, it's everything. Oil and gas runs basically the whole country, right? The trucks that deliver all your packages, they need that oil and gas. The turbines that are the wind turbines, they need oil too.
Yeah, to produce them, to transport them. I mean,
it's crazy.
Like we talked about, I am not against ending drilling on federal land. I do not think that our protected forest should have a drilling rig in the middle of it. I don't care if it's a drilling rig or if it's a wind turbine. I don't care if it's a solar panel. It shouldn't have any obstruction. But what I'm telling you guys, by March, what's gas now? Like $2 and change?
Yeah.
Well, by March, we'll be creeping up on $4. Just watch.
Oh, shit.
All he's doing is making it harder to drill. We can still drill. It's just going to cost more. Like, it does not make any fucking sense.
So it costs more. Oil prices go up. That means the oil industry is going to do a little bit better, right?
It will, to an extent. So oil prices go up. You know, oil and gas, I don't think a whole lot of people want to see $100 a barrel again. I mean, don't get me wrong. It'd be stupid good money.
Right.
Like, we would make dumb money. Yeah. But we also know that that's not practical for the consumer. Right. We just need happy medium. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. It's gonna be quite interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh well, Richard ran out of whiskey, huh? Well, get some more.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you should never run out.
Seattle is a special kind of stupid that protests oil rigs and blockades them being towed into the port while in kayaks made from oil byproducts. So the Northwest killed our coal industry.
Yes.
Because it completely killed it. We have Wyoming has the best coal in the world, the cleanest burning coal in the world. The reason why they killed it is because the only way to transport that coal is through water. And the Northwest, the bay, right, to export it. Mm. And the water going from here to the Northwest is controlled by the Northwest. And they would not let us transport through the water system.
I just, don't get me wrong. I'm not one that's against new aged energy, if you will, right? Like, I want a motherfucking Tesla truck. I don't care.
Yeah.
Now, I also am not a ignorant individual. I realize that the lithium mines are, they impact the earth 20 times more than 100 drilling rigs.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I still want a Tesla truck, right?
Yeah, I kind of want one too.
But here's the thing. We don't have lithium mining going on under the public eye in the U.S.
Okay.
It's
Where is it mined at?
I can't answer that question, but I do know that lithium mines are square miles wide and they taper down into the earth,
like a reverse pyramid.
Yes, that's a perfect. It's awful. It's catastrophic to the earth. I mean, in that region anyway. You have people working for pennies a day.
Wow.
These are not stair steps that people walk. These are stair steps that those massive
earth movers, huh?
Yes. So Afghanistan's a good example. Australia, people are starting to comment in. I mean, the problem is it's not under the US. So what do we care, right? We're setting up solar panels. That's great. But the lithium batteries that store that power come from, have you ever seen Blood Diamond, that movie?
No, I haven't.
Well, I mean, that's the same thing, right? They're getting paid 12 cents a day to work, and we're taking millions of dollars. So,
right.
We'll see what happens.
That's very capitalistic, right?
Socialism is good.
So, and I've debated this before, like the shoe workers, Nike shoe workers, where they're like paying them pennies or $1 a day, $2 a day in Asia to build these shoes. But the counter to that isn't that a good wage over there? It may not compare to the profits that they make here or anywhere else that they sell it, but the wage that they're getting over there, isn't that a pretty okay wage, or is it not good?
No, I see your point. I think that that's a fair statement. I think, yes, that is a decent wage. However, why would the U.S. benefit an area of the country where their wage only pays for a bowl of rice and scrap foods that night? You know what I mean? Like, we are, how do I word this? That's like us saying we're going to support these low level pedophiles because, well, that's normal in their country. They don't, that's just the way it is. So we're going to support them, but just a little bit, you know. It's still completely fucked. Like, like if you could outsource beef from a guy down the road that you knew, you know, it may or may not be roadkill, it may or may not be beef, but that's just the way he lives his life, right? It doesn't justify the fact that we know, I don't want to say child slaves because they're being paid, but you know, they're being underpaid by a long shot. So
that's fair, because I just never knew if that was like a okay wage for where they're at.
I mean, the U.S. grew its power by finding the weak and capitalizing on what they have, like Ian said, Afghanistan and lithium. I mean, like Saudi Arabia and oil, like so on and so forth. I mean, it's all an energy-based deal that we can now bring over here. I can walk up to your door, at least around here, and say, hey, Mr. Hermes, do you have a minute to talk about solar energy? Do you want to get off the solar grid? And here, just for $20,000, we'll put lithium batteries on your wall that were, you know, some kid made $12 to get my whole house rigged up.
Right. I don't know. That's pretty depressing, but I guess that's how it's currently working, right?
That's the way it's been working for a long time. You know, I watched and I know people are going to go, oh my God, Netflix, they like children. Yeah, so does fucking Facebook. And yet here we are. You guys are commenting from there, so I don't want to hear shit. But I watched a spy documentary today. Yeah. On Netflix.
Yeah.
Dude, some of the coolest shit. And I know this is not the coolest shit. This is like the declassified cool shit.
Right.
Which means it's like trash. Pretty cool. Like microphones and technology.
Yeah.
That do not have one piece of electrical equipment built into them.
Oh, what?
Explain that. Like
I don't know how that works.
A big sign, a big emblem with a microphone and a radio transmitter and all this stuff behind it does not have any electrical current whatsoever.
What's that show called?
I don't know. I have to ask. V's watching. She'll text me. If she's
Yeah,
watched
that's
this one,
cool. I wouldn't mind watching that.
something about spy. It was on. It was just on the like you should watch this type thing.
Okay, I wouldn't mind watching that because that sounds pretty cool. I
Yeah,
wouldn't mind,
it's
seeing the
boring
old
as all
tech.
shit, but
Old tech
Well,
that was
yeah.
used.
you know,
See, that's crazy. Now that's old tech, right? And that's pretty good. If you saw that today, you'd be like, "Oh, that's pretty cool, man." But what are the new tech that we don't know about?
oh, I mean, the new tech is they're literally watching us right now.
Eavesdropping, watching us, yeah.
Yeah, on my computer in this microphone that we bought,
Right.
like they already have a probe in my anus as we speak.
Prove it.
That's the after hours show, guys.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.com/.
OnlyFans. We always have OnlyFans. Spycraft.
Spycraft. That's it. So it's super fucking boring because the guy is monotoned as all shit, but it has so much information. Like, obviously sex was involved, and they would lure guys, but they also had these people called the Romeos on the Russian side that they would go to these places where the admin would work and woo the females. It was pretty cool.
I like that.
Pretty cool stuff. Adam, don't fucking threaten me with a good time.
We will.
You'll just
create an
look over.
OnlyFans
You'll look over and see this all of a sudden.
Oh, open up.
China's all about hacking hardware. Yeah, but we literally. I mean, I don't want to talk too much politics. I mean, we're so fucked. He has walked in there. He's laid his tiny little sleepy dick on the table, and now we actually have something to worry about. I mean, just imagine, we talked about this last night, but just imagine he takes away oil. Somehow he shuts it down.
Yeah.
Schools, roads, governments, things are literally going to collapse because we pay so much money. I mean,
well, how are teachers going to get to school, right? If you shut oil down, let's say
they'll pay $7 a fucking gallon like everybody else.
Right. I mean, everything, a minimum wage, $15 an hour, $7. I mean, everything's just scaling up, right? The value of the dollar is a lot less. We're still going to be paying the same amount as right now, but it's just a higher number. But the value is the same.
Did you see the thing I shared about? I don't remember where it was. I think it was Venezuela, and they made $6 roughly a month.
Okay.
But a hot dog and a soda was $4.
What?
So it took them a month, and a pack of toilet paper was like $7, but they made $6 a month.
Oh, that's insane, man.
That's what inflation does. That's this whole $15 an hour thing is all it's going to fucking do. Okay, so let's say you're my boss and you're paying me $7 an hour,
right?
Times 200 employees times however many millions of employers. We say, hey, $15 is the minimum. And you go, okay, guys, I have to do this. So $15 is now your minimum, but I'm going to raise the cost of my product by roughly 50%, right? Or I guess that's what is that? I don't know the math, but 100% basically to charge the regular people. So I can offset your $15 an hour and basically sell the product for the same amount. The rest of us don't get the double our pay right away, right?
Right.
So it's going to cause just this like roller coaster ride until all the other people say, okay, well, now we're paying more, we're charging more, let's just drive it up. And then next thing we know, $21 an hour is going to be the minimum wage. Like, it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, it's just, and then people are just going to get replaced, right? By, let's say, stuff that don't need humans to do, like take orders at McDonald's.
Yep.
You can just
fix that.
Yeah. You just need a computer screen. When you walk into McDonald's, you just punch whatever you want in the computer screen, and then they just have one employee that brings it out, right? Instead of cashiers.
Yeah, I mean,
there's ways around it.
And I am all for automation, but I'm also a realistic person. I think it's good. When I worked at Sears and Roebuck, they weren't Sears and Roebuck when I was there, but it was Sears.
Yeah.
But I made like $8 an hour or $7 an hour. I don't remember. It's stupid, but it was a good learning experience.
Right.
You know, when I worked at the fast food chain, that was a good learning experience. You know, minimum wage is not meant to sustain a family.
No. So when I remember working at Disneyland, my first job back in 90s, mid to late 90s, actually mid 90s. I was getting like $8 an hour. I was like, this is pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
And then when I got my paycheck, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, it ended up being like $6 an hour because of union dues.
See, and that I used to pay union dues at AT&T, and
oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
So
just the whole deal, man. We just, So this is where'd Adam go? So this is a perfect example. He makes $13.50 an hour as a firefighter.
Yeah.
But we're gonna pay some fucking shitbag with nothing to offer other than they could barely flip a burger and they're still gonna get your order wrong.
All right.
$15 an hour. Oh. But we're gonna bring Adam in here. Hey dude, my house is burning down. Come risk your life.
Your life. Yeah.
Please put my shit
my dog.
out.
Get my dog in this burning fire.
That's where we're fucked. I mean, we've allowed things to just get so twisted off sideways.
Yep. I don't like it. It's going crazy, man.
$15 an hour as of January 2020.
Well, New York City lifestyle is pretty insane too. Like a small studio apartment's like $3,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna piss a lot of people off, but I'm kind of starting to think that burning New York City down would not be the worst thing on the planet.
Well, aren't restaurants opening again in all the service industry since Biden came back?
Oh yeah, because
miraculously one day everything's back open, right?
Yep, we cannot afford to keep it closed. We can't afford to keep that closed, buddy.
But now we change presidents, we can open again. Weird. It's like we crossed over a imaginary line that made everything okay.
I just want, unfortunately, you know, when Obama became president, everybody panicked, right? It was a big deal. And then he realized, wait a minute, like I can't really fuck with these people too much. Unfortunately, the storming of the Capitol was 7 people. So he might.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, he's done double what every other president has done in the same amount of time as far as executive orders are concerned. So
New York City is now opening back up, huh?
No, they'll wait.
I thought it was opening back up for some reason. That was my impression.
Dude, I don't know about New York City. I don't know about California. And frankly, I don't give a shit. Texas, nothing has changed. Sure.
Yeah.
People wear their mask. But if I want to go to a strip club right now, we're going to a strip club. Like,
right.
If I want to go to a bar, sure, the tables are spread out. But what they've done is by spreading out the tables, people just crowd in there.
Right.
It's all a crock of shit. All of it.
So it's nuking the city over in New York, but I think it's bringing the reasonableness of everything back down. Probably like $3,000 for a studio apartment's probably not going to happen anymore. It's probably going to be normal, like more normalized, maybe like $1,500 now. I hope that's the case
because people left in waves, right? I mean,
yeah, New York's pricing is insane. Yeah.
So we should buy a couple apartments out there because it's going to get busy again.
Then there's these pizza places that are like $1.50 a slice. How do you make money like that?
Well, you're using cat meat from the backyard and you're using dough left over from the day before.
That's why
I can tell you that, but it's delicious, so I don't give a shit.
That's why it's so good.
So I don't want to spend too much time on politics because frankly, I only have 2 industries that feeds my family. It's oil and gas and it's guns.
Yeah.
So it's gonna get depressing, and then I'm gonna get angry, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna shit in somebody's mouth, metaphorically, meaning the Secret Service, and it's just gonna get weird.
Yeah.
It's
That's
very
like,
upsetting.
That's like a pretty dark video.
That was a sexual offer to the Secret Service, by the way. That was not a threat. That was, come on over, boys.
Gonna have a good time.
I hope so. I just want things to go back to, I can go to the range with you and shoot 500 rounds and not flinch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we'll just drop ship it. Don't worry about it. I don't want to ship my own ammo. I'm going to drop ship it because I'll just buy it for that,
Yeah. That's nice. The good old days. That was half a year ago.
So how crazy do you want to go tonight? Because I have something that I heard on another radio show that I listened to.
Yeah.
Very crazy.
Well, depends how crazy. Are we gonna go like psycho ex-girlfriend crazy, or are we just gonna go like, eh?
No, it's okay. So it's sexual if you want to go down that road.
Yes, always. We are hitting this topic.
Okay. So they basically, what these guys do, and if you guys haven't checked these people out, if you look at the Jason Ellis show on all the podcasts, Patreon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
right?
The Jason Ellis, I've been listening to them since I can't remember, but my wife and I's daughter's name is Ellison, after Ellis. So it's like I've been listening to these guys for well over a decade.
Sure.
The long story is that they do this skit where they go through Craigslist and they look at different weird sexual things that happen.
Okay.
Some of them, we'll start with the most mild one, is consensual cannibalism.
But I think, didn't we talk about this before?
We did, but we're going to lead. We kind of drifted off from that, and I'm going to lead into the big one in a minute.
Consensual cannibalism.
So if you and I wanted to hook up and I wanted to eat a strip of arm meat, right now that's illegal, right?
Right.
Their question was, what they did, long story short, is basically, it's disgusting. I'm just going to buckle you up, all right? Their question is, so the guys that do, and the girls, whatever, and the he, she, whatever,
right,
the ones that do poop and urine play, because that's a real thing, apparently.
Yeah.
Like, very real.
Yeah. I think we've all seen videos.
Yeah, like, early 2000s is when it kind of hit?
I've seen some recently. I've seen Japanese ones. Like through forwards. Maybe that's why I got banned. Because I would forward these on to other people.
So the question is, if you were into, I can't even say the word, if you're into eating feces, right? Their question on the radio show was, if you're into that, if you eat your own shit, are you masturbating?
Oh. I mean, are you getting off on that? If you are, then yes.
If you're theoretically, if you're getting off on the,
so you're pretty much getting an endless supply then. If you obviously if you eat every day,
that is kind of the thing, and it's disgusting in itself. And dude, Richard, I've tried. These are the medium ones. I've tried the large one. I've tried the small one. So they just don't fit in my ears. But it's weird, and that question has not been answered yet, because my obvious answer is no. You're not, because when you do these acts, you're not just sitting around sharing a platter, right? There's more involved. So my answer is no.
My answer is yes.
So, okay. I mean, if that gets you, if that tickles your fancy, then.
If that's what gets you off and you're doing that with your own feces, yeah, I think that's
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
That's it. So
switching gears, because I don't want to focus on that too long, because I can't change my own child's diaper. So that conversation for me is no. I mean, yes, if I have to and my wife's not here, of course.
You're like Dr. Joe, man. He can't do the feces. He can see blood all day.
Blood, guts, spit, mucus,
Yeah.
None of I can see tendons and bones. I can reset them and tape them up and send them down the poop. No, if an adult was in an accident and shit themselves, that wouldn't bother me. But just a baby laying there in a diaper going, fucking change me. I'll be like, wife, please come here.
I'm okay with it.
No.
I'm perfectly okay with it because I need to. My thing is, I need to clean them up. My kids, I need to clean them immediately because this is disgusting, and I will do whatever I can to clean them up.
Yeah, and going like this and going.
Yeah, I don't have an issue.
Well, you're adorable because I do.
I don't have an issue.
If everybody that's watching right now, if you want to text or not text, but tag Jake with big text. The one thing I want to talk about, whether tonight or later, is dad jokes. That's on my list of things because so Jake and I have this weird thing going back and forth where we do not have conversations, dude. Like we don't talk, we don't converse whatsoever. All we do are send shitty puns and dad jokes back and forth, back and forth.
When I order from Big Tex, I always put a dad joke in there. In the comments.
You have to. He uses them like it's an art.
Yeah.
He is an artist.
Yeah. So Barry, my 9-year-old son clogs my toilet every single time he takes a shit.
Damn it.
Every time. You didn't want to hear that, huh?
No, I pulled it out and it went to the computer, so it backfired.
So yeah. I don't know why, but it happens. It's great.
No, I'll tell you why.
Why?
Too much fucking toilet paper, bro. Teach him the dump and flush, and then they follow up.
I've done this. I'll be like, flush first before you wipe.
Clogs. He's lying.
Clogs. No, it clogs. I see it.
Well, but I want to say get him on a healthy diet, but I know he's on a healthy diet with you guys. So he has fresh food made for him constant. Yeah,
my son. So, back in the day, I've seen this before. People have toilet knives. Have you heard about this?
No. We're going down a road.
You cut it up before it flush.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
How big are the knives?
I don't know.
Like kitchen knife?
I don't know.
Or like machete?
Probably a pretty substantial knife.
If I walked into somebody's motherfucking bathroom and saw a kitchen knife, I am leaving. I don't care if you're the hottest fucking girl on the planet. You have to cut.
What if they use that kitchen knife to cut food that you guys are going over?
And this is why I didn't want to talk about this because here we go. Look, the waffle stomp. That I can't. All right, enough. I can't. I hope you all have kitchen knife shits for the rest of the year.
Like it's probably, and it's like a dull knife, like kind of dull used kitchen knife. So you just like kind of go like this and just chop it up, right?
It's just awful. It doesn't.
Brought this up.
No, I brought up a question that was asked on the radio show, and all of a sudden now I found out that people keep knives in their bathroom.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just keep scissors, and as it comes out, you just snip?
Well, maybe. So, people have bathroom guns. I don't know. Some people have bathroom guns.
They don't shoot the shit to get it down the toilet.
A bathroom knife can have two purposes.
If they get away. If a break-in gets away, they have sepsis now for sure.
Yep. So it's like you laced the knife before you stabbed them.
Well, I hate you and all of your people that are encouraging this because there's a lot of good feedback, which is disgusting. You guys are all fucking animals. Zach said like a butter knife. No, it's a her knife. At that point, can we move on to a topic that's not shitty?
Yeah, we can.
I mean, we've been 40 minutes, and you're making me have to pee just talking about poop, which is weird. But
I mean, Barry's right. This has been the shittiest episode.
It's awful. I just can't. I want to have James on. I'm going through my list. I want to have James on one night to talk about batteries because
he's the battery. James and Arliss, right?
Yeah, but they would have like 5 minutes. We can't do it.
But the problem is, I won't understand what they're saying.
Right.
And it'd be like the most boring thing for us to talk about because I have
like
no
I said,
understanding.
5 minutes. Everybody take notes, and after that, good luck.
It's like a master class on batteries for weapon lights.
Yep, I do want to do guess that gun with Uncle Ty. That will be something later. We have to figure out how to do that. We have to black out everything, but just see the silhouette of the gun. I think that'd be fun and give away a T-shirt for the people who can guess the gun just based on a silhouette.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know. I don't have all the other stuff would be way too long of topics, but
yeah.
So let's do this. Let's do what are some of the, I guess, top stories right now, right? Or political, it's going to be hard to avoid, but what are the top stories right now? Whether it's
I haven't been paying attention recently.
Well, we're gonna ask the comments and we're gonna give them a shirt.
Oh, okay.
Well, while they comment, I'm gonna go pee. So it's like a win-win. Since you won't let me take a break, I'm gonna make a break.
All right, you go pee and I'll show some guns.
God, there's a lot of scars behind you.
Yeah, there's 3 scars. I'll show this one. So speaking of D. Wilson, he did this for me. He cut the barrel down to the very minimum here on this 22 on a Ruger Mark IV. And Volk Quartzen just came out with a gun, a Mamba Mini, that's the same. And it's about, the barrel length is about this long. And I think this gun needs a barrel length that's about this long because currently it's keyholing with just regular ammo. I would need to shoot some low grain ammo like Stingers to make it actually shoot okay. And it's still not super accurate because of the unstable bullet that comes out of this. It is so crazy short that 22 does not have any rotation when it comes out. But yeah, this was a pretty cool thing that D. Wilson did. Again, I wish I did it a little longer, but hey, that's what I get for experimenting, and told him to cut it as short as possible. But yeah, this was a pretty cool project, but I don't shoot it very often. If I do, I shoot Stingers with it.
So you mentioned D. Wilson.
Yeah.
If you guys don't, we're going to go back to the Facebook thing. If you guys don't already have every single mailing list set up, go sign up for D. Wilson. Like, the only way he's going to be able to communicate with you right now is through his website, right? Which is going to hurt his business tremendously.
Yeah, he's on IG too. So
he is. He's on Instagram. He's on Reddit. He's on all those things. But, dude, just like Review the Pew, I understand that Facebook is where it's at to make money.
Right.
Right. So everybody go to D. Wilson. He did the 2 LMT barrels that we just did recently.
Right.
That was a nightmare.
Right.
But not his fault completely. But nonetheless, he does very, very good work. Go find his website, D. Wilson Manufacturing, and just sign up for alerts, because we're not going to let these motherfuckers completely kill us, right? And the only way to do that is to go to all of our websites, sign up, and do that. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's time to, if you know the vendors or know of them, it's time to sign up for their newsletters. Like Todd. Todd's with Rain Shadow Armory, right?
Well, tell me about that, because I've been so busy with oil and gas, and I know this sounds shitty, but I have not been paying attention to guns.
I know recently he had his credit card processing. I think it's credit card processing that got shut down, and he had to build a whole new website and get it all ready to go so that he can actually get products sold. It's crazy.
No, it's. And no disrespect to Todd nor all the other guys that have had this happen, right?
Right. I've seen it happen to other big companies too, right?
It's happened to tons, but they set up with these credit card processors because they don't want to pay the extra fees that come with the guys who are pro Second Amendment.
Right.
These gun companies are knowingly setting up with like just the same reason that gun companies still take PayPal. They know, and they use Shopify. They know they're going against the gun community by doing this, but it's convenient, it's cheap.
Well,
that's the bottom line.
Yeah,
and then they get shut down and go, "Oh, woe is me." You know,
in their defense, if they're just starting out, you probably want to find the cheapest possible, right?
100%, dude. I'm with that. But if you're in the gun world, you see, okay, Shopify is shutting all these places down. My buddies, like whether it's rivals or buddies or the people you aspire to be,
right?
Then you go set an account up, and then you all of a sudden get shut down, and then go, "Oh my God, what did I do wrong?"
Right.
We are all fueling the fire.
So
right?
I guess I would need to know. Eventually, let's say I start selling products online, gun products. I need to know what credit card company is Second Amendment friendly.
There's not many. There's not many that work well, but there's a handful, and I can get that by our next episode. I'll get you a list because there's a couple very, very good ones. Now, the problem with that is these companies, we don't know that they are. How do I word this?
That they won't backtrack and go
the
other way?
They may be Second Amendment friendly, but their processors that they're essentially subcontracting for may not be. Right? Like I use one right now, and I'll be completely honest. I have not found one that can do the volume that I do.
All right.
That's Second Amendment friendly. I haven't.
That's so wild, man. I mean, you would think money trumps their morals there for guns, right? They're kind of
so Tris said
like a fallacy, a moral that they have. I mean, like even gun owners, who wants gun violence, right? It's like a misplaced moral.
He's tagging him.
Yeah.
No, dude, but it is. It's. You remember when PayPal shut my account down, right?
Yep.
This was 2 years ago when that little girl drowned, and thankfully she survived. And Review the Pew, with the help of you guys and everybody else, we raised thousands of dollars for her family.
Right.
They now live in Texas. They live 30 minutes up the road from us.
Wow.
They moved from Wyoming to Texas. And I got shut down by PayPal. I was taking goods and service. I was paying their fees. I was doing it legitimately. And I was covering the cost for their goods and services fees. I didn't want the little girl to suffer because PayPal's greedy, right? No problem. I'll match the donations. They just shut the account down without any word, took the money. And that was, so September 2019 was when they did this.
Mm-hmm.
They told me it would be 180 days and they would release our funds.
Did they ever release it?
No, we are now in January of 2020, and they've never it's been well over a year.
Dude, that's like, to a certain extent, that's theft, right? Because you whatever you broke there, whatever terms and conditions.
That's it. That's what they say is you broke the terms and conditions, but I wasn't doing anything. I was not selling anything against them. I was trying to raise money for somebody, right? So as an attorney, you can say this better than I can, but basically the way they're writing these terms and conditions, they're so long and lengthy, nobody could actually decipher what they're saying. I mean,
right. And it's like you when you click yes on their terms and services, so it's like a contract that it's probably buried in there that they can seize your money or freeze your money if you do that. And you agree to it.
But let me ask you this. How do they say 180 days and then 181 days goes by? And I'm like, hey, what's the deal? And they're like, no, we need longer. Dude, that was a year and a half ago, right? 2 and a half years ago.
Have you tried to dispute that?
Oh, I've disputed everything you can imagine. I've tried to find attorneys, and they're like, I mean, we'll charge you to send a letter, but it's PayPal. Like, you're basically fucked.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's gone, which is no problem. I just won't use them anymore. It just really sucks.
That's terrible, man. There's got to be some type of class action on this, right? It feels like all the people that got ripped off like this. I mean, how much money is that? It could be millions, right?
I mean, dude, mine alone, and we did not raise, $60,000. We raised a little bit of money, which in that time was a lot of money for her.
Yeah.
They took, if I remember right, like $3,800.
That's a serious amount of money, man.
That's huge, especially for me, because we were doing this at cost. Like, we were not taking any of the funds. We were matching the processing. They took that. So, of course, I matched that. They took everything. Basically, anything that was raised during that time almost, they took it and kept it.
That's
it sucks.
Yeah, that's not right. That's really not right. Especially you were raising money for a charitable.
Yeah, it was donation. So that's why when my tax guy reached out and he was like, "Hey, you guys need to set up a nonprofit because I don't know the details, but apparently if we set up a nonprofit and we start doing these charitable runs through the nonprofit, they can't take that money." But I'm sure they'll find a fucking way.
There's always a way.
So let's talk about something funny because I'm sick of the.
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
Well, have you seen the new Biden memes?
What's that?
Have you seen the new Biden memes? Because they are fire.
No, I haven't actually.
Or wait, it's not Biden. I'm sorry. It's
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie, the little.
I'm getting kind of tired of him.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm getting kind of. I mean, it was funny like the first couple hours that I saw him, but now it's like.
But did you remember the GIF where the guy would? I don't remember what movie, but he'd walk by and he'd throw the chair out, and he'd.
Yeah.
He threw it out and it's Bernie, and then he just kept walking. That shit is it. I am there. It takes a certain meme, but it is cracking me up.
I like the Bernie armbar one, and then the Joe Rogan reacting to it. That was funny.
That's good. So what is tonight? Right, McGregor fight. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't keep up.
So I don't keep up with this, but tonight is Poirier and McGregor, and everybody knows Conor McGregor for the cocky, arrogant piece of shit. He walked up to Poirier last night at the I don't know what day it is, but last night at the weigh-ins.
Yeah.
And shook they walked up and did the whole stance.
Yeah, for photo op.
Everybody thought that this was going to go nasty like McGregor usually does. And then he stood him back up, tapped him on the shoulders, shook his hand, and gave him a hug and it was way in what's the fucking leader's name of the fight thing?
Oh, I forget. White. Last name's White, right?
Dana. And Dana made a post saying dude, I am 100% blown away by Conor's respect. This is a new person. I mean, this is
Zen.
But in my opinion, it makes him more intimidating.
Yeah, because he can do all that craziness. But this time he's throwing him off.
Yes. But I do believe he's genuine. Poirier gave him, I think it was a hot sauce bottle, and McGregor took it and held it up and showed it to the camera and was he was being supportive. I think it's genuine. I just think, in my opinion, when a guy is nice and quiet, but he's ready to kill you, he's probably going to kill you. The loud guy, I'm not worried about him.
I love seeing the videos where that backfires.
Yeah, it's gonna be
the cocky guy always saying they're gonna beat him, and then he gets knocked out. That's the best. I love those videos.
Conor made a big donation to Dustin Poirier's charity. Conor has a lot of fucking money, right? He's made his money by not only whooping ass, but by being a spectacle. That's his thing. So to see him become this family guy, he has a kind of relatively new child. He's 2 or 3 years old. And to see him turn into somebody who's donating to charity instead of just, dick slapping the yacht that he owns, that's kind of cool for me.
Yeah. That's nice. I mean, he turned into a villain that you
that's it.
And now he's what the hell? Now he's like a non-villain. What the hell's all this shit that's on my keyboard?
What is your keyboard, a electronic one or
No, it was there's all this fucking
Coke?
dust in here. I don't know.
Oh, sorry,
I don't know.
wrong keyboard.
Yeah, no, wrong keyboard. What the fuck? Anyway, yeah, that's nice. That's nice that he did that. I wonder if, hey, maybe he's gonna throw the fight and let him win, huh? Let the other guy win.
The one thing that motherfucker will never do is throw a fight.
Okay, I don't know too much about
I hope, because right now there's a lot of money on McGregor, and I don't follow fights too closely, but like the radio show that I listened to, that the poop edible thing came from, they follow fights very, very closely. And Connor's, I don't see him throwing a fight ever. So I think it's going to be a great fight, and I think it's even better because they respect each other, right? Like I think they're just fighting for the sport. They're not out of anger or disrespect. But did we talk about stupid things we've done as kids? That was on my list.
No, but I don't know if I can think of it.
Don't even act like you didn't do stupid shit as kids.
I was pretty straight edge, man.
Okay, you want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead. Maybe that'll jog a memory.
When I was, I don't remember, probably like elementary, middle school, I hung out with this kid that was not a good example whatsoever, but it is what it is. There's a house next door to us. Mind you, it was a vacant house, torn the fuck up. Like, it was not a nice place. He convinced me that we should spray paint the roof only because the roof had holes in it and the roof would be replaced. I thought, yeah, cool. Like, let's spray paint it. Like, what's it going to hurt? It's going to be torn up. Then he convinced me dude, we had to be, what's middle school age? 13, 12?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Somewhere in there. He spray painted it, and I just drew the hearts, and he put our names on it.
Oh, man.
So obviously there were girl names on there too, but when my parents, who lived next door, came over and said, you know anything about the house being spray painted? And we were like, no, what are you talking about? And my stepdad at the time pulled me over and was like, let me show you something, dumbass. You put your fucking names on the roof. Like, you think we're that stupid? And we're like, oh, no, we didn't do that. And they're like, okay, well, you're going to clean this or you're going to get blamed. But you never did anything like that whatsoever?
I toilet paper people's houses. That's about it.
Yeah, but that's not bad.
No.
I mean, that's the worst you ever did as a child.
Dude, I didn't do much. No, I can't think of.
I'm ashamed of you.
I didn't do too much.
You didn't buy alcohol underaged or cigarettes underaged or do anything?
No, because my family had alcohol and cigarettes all over all the time, and I hated all that stuff.
That's fair. That's fair. It's probably why you have more guns than I do, because I was too busy doing that shit.
No, I mean, everything any vice that was done in the household I was growing up in. So I lived in not just me and my mom. It was like me, my mom, my grandma, my aunts and uncles. Because when we first moved to the United States, obviously it was tough. So we all lived in a house. It was basically like sardines, right? And so there was not a lot of time to goof around.
Well, this idea for a podcast topic back.
I'll think of something.
No, I can keep telling you mine. We lived a little bit different life,
right?
So,
we all do, right?
Are they okay?
Yeah, I have guys over here. All the guys I shoot with are here.
What were they doing?
I don't know. They're getting a little drunk.
So I can deal with that kind of sound, because that's funny. So my mom, she is probably like everybody's mom. You know, she's not perfect, but she's always been there. I was the youngest in our group, like the baby. I was not in any way, shape, or form. I should not have been hanging out with the people I was hanging out with, more or less. But she has covered for me. Did your mom ever had to do that for you? Ever?
No, I was pretty much a model child, man.
I was good. Kind of. I mean, I had good
I think
grades.
it's because I don't know if it was insecurities. I mean, we're getting into deep psychological stuff. I don't know if it's insecurities when I was growing up because I didn't have a father growing up. My father passed away when I was an infant.
Yeah.
So maybe it was always insecurities of losing my mom's maybe respect or my mom's love for doing something bad. That's probably why I didn't do anything like that. I just stuck to what I would like to do, what I wanted to do, and just did that and not go crazy.
I think that's fair. I mean, I think that also I don't want to say this disrespectfully in any way, but
Yeah.
you guys, a lot of your family immigrated here, right? Like
Right.
this wasn't like, oh, we're just a bunch of like shit bags that were born here and we're just going to go fuck things up. It was like,
this is a whole new world here.
Yeah. So my dad, which we discussed last night, my dad immigrated here. But by the time it got to me, I was born here. I don't give a fuck. Like,
so you're like the first generation, right? I was like the half generation because I wasn't born here. I had to move here too.
So I was the first generation, but when I was really young, and I wish my dad would have, because he had the opportunity to teach me a lot of things, and he didn't. But in his defense, he was kind of not fit for my mom, so she left very early.
Yeah.
But we would do things like, I don't know, I'd find girls. That came easy, thankfully. Yeah. I mean, that was not a hard thing to do.
You slut.
And I'd find a friend and I'm like, hey, you're 21. Let's go buy beer. But anyway, multiple times we got pulled over by the cops as soon as we left the gas station.
Wow.
And they're like, hey, where are you going with all that beer? And the 21-year-old was like, wait, I mean, I just bought beer. And they're like, how old's your buddy in the passenger seat? And I'm underage as shit. So I'm like, no, wait. In Texas, you can legally drink with your parents at 17, I think.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I threw my mom under the bus and I was like, call my mom. She'll vouch for us. Like, never discussed this with her.
Yeah.
And she did. She covered. They took our beer, but long story short, we got away with it.
Wow.
That's a good question, Barry.
I came from Taiwan.
From where?
Taiwan.
So my dad came from Lebanon.
There you go.
Any other questions, Barry?
Todd grew up in a really bad area, man.
I grew up in an area where you basically joined a gang in 6th grade.
6th grade, yeah.
Okay. So, Todd, I can say this. I grew up in Waco, Texas, which is like a good area, but the middle school that my parents threw me into from moving from Houston had this gang that the day I walked into school, we had a courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
And I shit you not, I saw a group of people fighting. The only memory I have from the first day of school is a group of people fighting. I could not see who, what, or where. It was huge. And then I see a weave dancing up and down in the middle of the group, which means somebody won.
Yeah.
I learned that many days later.
Wow.
There were multiple gangs. Most of them were, Hispanic versus black type thing.
Man, that's kind of wild. I can't imagine myself growing up in a gang area. That would probably, I guess if you're growing up, you don't know any better. But just looking back, if I grew up in that area, I'd probably be scared all the time.
Dude, it was bad because I would watch these guys fight, and it wasn't like walking down the halls and just start fighting. It was like
you're jumping each other, right?
Well, they would calculate it, and they would separate and respectfully separate. And these guys would take their jewelry off, take their earrings off, take their rings off. And then just kind of like, they wouldn't shake hands by any means, but they'd get everybody time to take their backpacks off, their sweatshirts, and they would just have a fucking war. And I was like, I don't know, 8. And I'm like, I saw these guys at the skating rink last week. Like they weren't angry with each other, but now they have to fight. And I watched a teacher get dragged behind a truck trying to stop fights. Like, and this was Waco. This was 90% like your normal people. I don't want to say normally white because it's not 90% white. It's just normal families. Like,
right.
It was bad, man. It was very uncomfortable. And that was my first experience with public schools because it was like, oh, this is okay. We can do this. And then this weave is just bouncing up and down. To rip a weave out of his head is a lot. Like that's
dude. That's not okay. That's gotta hurt so bad. Dance off.
She's so fucking innocent. She just doesn't understand.
They were actually getting violent, and she thought it was a dance off.
She thought it was a dance off. I made my way to the inside of the circle to watch the dancing, and they were beating the fuck out of each other.
Wow.
See, I wasn't that naive.
Yeah.
So, any new guns?
You have any new guns? Let me see. No, since yesterday I told you about the Walther SM.
Come on.
I know you got new guns.
Yeah, but we talked about those yesterday, yeah?
We did. No, man, I didn't get anything today. I was kind of busy at work.
Well, so I'll throw this out there. The 23 people watching, I am looking for a tan Elkin. I do not care how salty it is. I don't care. As long as it works, don't look over at that scar. I see it. I already see it. I don't care if it's 5.56, preferably 5.56, but if it's 7.62, that's fine. I just need the dirtiest Elkin, whatever you want to call it, you can find. I don't care if it's SU-230. I don't care about cloning. It's going to go on that LMT.
That's cool. That's going to look cool.
I just want I don't want to spend a lot because it's probably going to sit. Dude, Todd, used as fuck. And if anybody, no,
I did not get my vest. It didn't come in today. I wish it did.
I have mine here just in case.
Yeah.
Who was
I didn't get anything in today. Kind of sad. But setting up the computer, setting up everything today just to make sure it ran. So
did it, but it's been flawless. So
yeah, because I'm hard-lined and new computer fast.
Your detail is like I can see the computer screen in your glasses. That's how good the clarity is.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Wait, New Guns currently building my mod too.
I guess. So
show us your butt.
48 with a Holosun 507K.
Okay, so the first question I will ask this for everybody, and I already know the answer. How are you going to put a Holosun on a Glock?
What do you mean, like a plate?
No. I just mean guys are going to go, Holosun, that's cheap. But I know the answer to this because you guys have tested the fuck out of these things.
They're reliable. And I'm okay with it. The reason why is because right now, the only ones are the RMR CC, I think, that fits on this, or the Shield sights or a SIG sight. And I don't want any of those. I might want the RMR CC, but this was the only one available locally, so that's why I got it.
Dude, I know that a lot of the guys watching see us and they think, oh my God, like, how could you possibly stoop to Holosun? But they produce a decent fucking optic. Like
They do.
You could run them over with a truck, and if they don't go, then you're at what, $180?
Yeah, and the only thing with the 48 MOS is you need to buy a plate that allows you to attach the Holosun, and the plate's from CNH Precision.
So is it like I can kind of see it. It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard to see it.
Yeah, but it's a good gun. I zeroed it, shot it. I'm not super accurate with this, meaning at 7 yards I can shoot a playing card, all the rounds in the playing card. But in like a non-moving, just sitting there and shooting, but with like a full size gun, I can do a lot better than that. So
what he's saying is, to your normal peasants, he is very accurate. To the upgraded peasants, he's not accurate.
yeah.
I have
I think
with big buttons.
okay, I guess here's the reason I bought this. When the Hodge dropped, the Hodge Mod 2 dropped, I didn't get it both times.
Yeah.
I got so pissed. I'm like, I need to undepress myself, and I went and bought this.
So what? So if Jim is watching again, we talked about this last night.
Yeah.
Jim, we need 3 Mod 2s. That's all we need. One for me, one for you, and one for Lee. Because I don't want to have to be that guy that calls in a favor, but I'm going to have to be that guy. So if you guys want to do like the power of the group and tag him, tag Jim, like we just need 3. I don't think that's too much to ask.
Yeah. I'm going to try and get on the next drop. I'm going to hardline my internet. I'm going to do everything I can to get this next drop.
It doesn't fucking matter. It's the guys. I think they drop a minute or two before. I won't.
No.
Hey, wait, Vince. Actually, Baron messaged me today after our conversation last night. Baron messaged me and said that he wanted to come on with I don't remember the name of the place that he's working for now. Yeah. So bottom line is, I want them to get me a barrel. Don't get me wrong. The LMT that Adam put together for me is wonderful. I did me and Lee did a 300 blackout. I don't want that. I want 5.56. I have enough. I have the Honey Badger SBR. I don't want any more 300 blackout. It's not a practical round for me.
Right.
So, Baron, if you're watching and you want to come on, he's here.
Who's here?
Jake, the dad jokes. Excuse me.
Let's see.
Do you want to get naked? But anyway, we'll see if Baron supposedly can come up with some pistol length 5.56 barrels that are worthy to put inside of the monolithic LMT. So we'll see. Okay. Vince, listen to me and Lee Tai right now. We bought 2 of the 6.8 SPCs that you've been bitching about for years. That were, how do we say this without saying it?
Yeah, because it's been this long.
Yeah, we could probably say it.
Yeah, it's been a while because initially they told us we can't post it on the internet or show it, right?
Yeah. They came from the Saudi Royal Guard, right?
Yep, we got a pretty salty SBR 6.8 SPC SBR from the Saudi Royal Guard.
Yep, and we both formed formed 4 of them at the time.
4.
Yeah, we formed 4 of them at the time.
My stamp should be back pretty soon. It's pretty rad, man.
Has to be.
It's fucking rad.
So we both have SBRs. We both have ammo. They're pretty solid, but all right. Well, you have company.
Yeah.
We have no more topics. So
when should we get back on? Thursday?
What's that?
Thursday, come back on?
Well, I didn't tell you this. I will be in Casper on Tuesday.
What the hell?
I booked my flight today. This is new. So
we're gonna live stream from here?
I mean, we have to.
Oh shit!
I will fly in Tuesday at about 1:00, and I have to.
We have 2 Enigmas here, right? We're gonna both wear them.
No. I will fly in 1:00 your time.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna stay.
I have 2 Enigma holsters here, and we can both be wearing at the same time in the same room.
Yes. Okay. Well, then I will. Yes, I will stay the night Tuesday night.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about it more.
Wow, you're gonna only be here one day, huh?
Yeah, I have to drive some equipment back, but yes, I will fly in Tuesday. We'll do our thing. Maybe we can get some calendar shoots in while I'm there.
Yeah, it might snow.
Adam, we're working on doing 2 days a week, man. We're trying.
Yeah, we just got to make sure we have the time to do it.
Yeah, it's
family life.
Well, according to Biden, I'm gonna have all the time in the world. So
yeah.
To everybody else, thank y'all.
Subscribe to YouTube just in case that we get banned from here. And on podcasts, it's Desktop Shots. You can check it out on Spotify as well. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week sometime. Probably Tuesday.
Yeah, it'll be Tuesday night.
Yeah, Tuesday night.
Thanks, guys.
Here, huh?